welcome to Girlopeutic. It's your home of therapeutic girl talk. Let's get into the topic.
Okay, so today's topic, I don't know if you've been watching, I think it's called Life is Sweet. Don't quote me, but it's Issa Rae's show. If you got HBO Max, go ahead and check it out. If you got some little time, it's an interesting show. But on there was a situation between one of the girls, her boyfriend, and the friend group on the show. So her man was involved in a podcast or what have you with her friends, basically. So now they're all mutual friends. And it was an all guys podcast, and one of the friends got into it with homegirl's man, and they had some heated exchanges went down, and fast forward to the next day, homegirl and her man were talking, and she felt as if her friends, the guys on the podcast, should have done more to defend her man because he was new in the group, and the argument shouldn't have got that far, and she felt like because those were her friends that they should have made him feel more welcome. But they really didn't do that. They just kind of let them hash it out, basically, and that was that. So of course she confronted her friends about it and expressed her grievances to them. They didn't understand why she was even inserting herself in the situation. So that got me to thinking, what does defending your man look like? Because in the homegirl and her man's dialect, they were like, yeah, like, I'm gonna defend my man, I'm gonna do this. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna defend my woman, this is that. Like, so they clearly had each other's back. They were on the same page as far as that. But it's like, at what point do you let a man be a man? Because the resolution was the two dudes coming together, talking about it, and it was over. But it was still a lingering situation because the girlfriend felt like her friends were in the wrong, and they still were arguing even after the two people who were involved made up. So
the girlfriend wanted to ultimately defend her man.
Exactly. At the end of the day. From the other friends, because she felt like, mind you, those are her friends. So her friends should have basically made her boyfriend feel more welcome or defended him because he was new in the group, type of thing.
And the argument was still with one of her friends, right?
Exactly.
Okay. But the other friend should have defended
right. Specifically, she was because he's really upset about the guy who ran the podcast because it was his podcast essentially. So but she felt like everybody involved, and it was about 5 or 6 guys, should have defended her man because he was new in the group. And yeah.
So I think it depends, right? Because I think in this situation I get it in a sense because those are her friends.
Exactly.
So if my friends say something, I guess to make my man feel uncomfortable, or I feel like, y'all should have had his back about a certain situation and you didn't, I guess I can get her qualm with that. I think the conversation is different if it's like a stranger.
Right.
Or maybe an acquaintance. But still, I guess because you want him to be able to defend himself.
Right.
But I don't know if y'all saw this meme that was from a long time ago, or was it long ago? But I saw this meme a long time ago where it's like, when your man is like the nice one in the relationship, and the chick was like, talk to me, I talk back.
Yes.
And I resonate with that because when you have an easygoing person, they can let stuff roll off their back to where it's like, you may be on the side like, oh no, we're not gonna let that pass.
Which, to your point, he seemed like he's an easygoing person, and I think as a result, that's how him and the guy end up hashing things out. So after that happens, and the girlfriend is still teeing up about everything, and the dude's not even mad anymore, then what? Because she was still going at the friend group and was still upset at the friend group even after they had hashed out their differences.
Yeah, I think that's when you let them work it out.
So, and they do. So should the girlfriend still be upset after that?
No, because wasn't the point of you getting involved to resolve it anyway? So why would you still be mad?
And see, that's why I was like, I don't know, because she was still upset, and her argument was still the fact that they didn't step in, which is beside the point at that point, because they're good, right? But
would a man want his girlfriend or his significant other like to continue to? I feel like at some point that may get weird.
Yeah.
Because even for me, there has been situations.
Exactly.
Yes, there has been situations where someone has said something that I didn't like, or not even like it was disrespectful, but like I heard the sarcasm, and it wasn't directly to him, right? I don't know. I can't explain it, but my natural reaction was to set it straight. But I had to remember I can't do that in every situation, because if he gonna let it roll off his back, why would I, you know what I'm saying, insert myself? I think it just depends on the situation.
It definitely depends.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to parent your man.
You don't want to parent your man.
That is weird.
Did she just say that to you? Like over everything? We're not doing that.
And because somebody is easygoing does not mean that they're weak.
Exactly.
Like my husband's easygoing, but that does not mean he's weak or he just can't defend himself ever. He can. It's just certain things that he just don't care about. So I think assessing that, like,
yeah, even with like that situation, I understand where she's coming from, because like you guys said, it's her friend, and if it bothered him, then okay. But if it was a situation where he just really didn't care because we were just having a conversation, because you can disagree and still be respectful.
Absolutely.
I didn't see it, so I'm not sure what happened.
And that's why I think initially the easygoing dude said something that the other dude didn't like, and he took it personal, so it took it there. So really, I mean, at the end of the day, the easygoing dude, he was never in the wrong. He didn't say anything wrong as far as the actual argument. It was just, you know, two men that got their egos going. Well, one of them did, and they got riled up.
I mean, if that's her friend, she can still approach it as, hey, I don't appreciate you speaking in this way or saying this, and letting it go. Like, if that's your friend, still talk to your friend about it.
Okay, let me throw in a little curveball here, because after the fact, there's the dude whose podcast it was has a girlfriend. So, girlfriend and easygoing confronted podcast and his girlfriend. Okay, they're all. Podcast's girlfriend is like, no, you need to stay out their business. I don't need to step in for him, kind of thing. So she was very much, you know, I don't understand why you're so mad, kind of thing. And she was also upset because I guess easygoing's girlfriend confronted podcast's girlfriend at her photo shoot.
Oh, that was for the show.
So I was like, okay, but podcast's girlfriend was like, okay, well, no, it happened between them. It should stay between them. They can work it out. I'm not about to insert myself into any of his situations. That's his business. And that was her stance on just in general.
I agree with that, though.
What's the happy medium here? And maybe it does depend on the relationship, you know, because again, easygoing and girlfriend, they were like, yeah. Whereas the nature of the podcast and his girlfriend, they're more, it seemed like they had more of an independent type of relationship. They're in a relationship, but they also had a sense of independence within their relationship, if that makes sense.
I think, how did the angry girlfriend, I don't want to say angry girlfriend, but the one who was upset, how did she approach it? Was she calm and collected when she did it, or was she?
She was. It wasn't like she was like,
I feel like I think it depends on the situation. Like, I get what the other girl is saying, because I feel like that too, to an extent. Like, if that's a situation that happened, like, you can handle it, depending on what it is. But I do get the fact that those are my friends, so maybe I know how to talk to them better, to where it's like, hey, I know that how y'all get sometimes, but he was new. You didn't have to do him like that. Something like that. Yeah. But it just, like you said, it depends on the situation. Some situations, you're grown, you handle that.
Exactly.
But other ones, it's like, okay, I'll handle this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just depends.
I agree.
It depends on your person.
Exactly.
If they even want that.
Exactly.
Like you said. Because they may not want you to do that.
Exactly. And some men may feel like I can take care of myself, or I can defend myself. They may not always necessarily want their woman to, I guess, stick up for them.
Because you can support them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like with them doing that, it's like, yeah, I have your back. I agree with what you're doing. But you don't have to go speak for them.
Exactly.
They can.
That's a key. Speak for them. That's a key.
And you give that that's okay. We can let this one slide. But if it happens again,
Exactly.
that's where I may say something.
Because I think, again, it just depends. Me, the overprotective type of person I am. I don't like that with my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then at the same time, I'm gonna let him be a man, and so yeah, I think it is.
You have
definitely
to
a situation.
Yeah, you gotta know. You just gotta know when to insert yourself and just when to chill and whatever. Because like you were saying, it turns into mothering. Every situation, you don't want to be like, hold up. Hold up. Like, okay, people are going to say things that we don't like, just in general. So you're not going to be able to defend every single thing.
Yeah.
But if it's people who I'm around, yeah, I'm correcting.
Yeah.
That's my man.
Yeah. And you also have to be mindful of the whole opposite sex thing, because if it is a female coming at my man, that's different. I'm going to do that because I don't want you to, you know, still be respectful.
That's a
I
good
can do
point.
that.
Yeah.
But if it's, because at the end of the day, if I don't really want my man to talk for me to, if I'm into it with like a female or something, or something happens, don't be like, don't talk to my, like, don't, you don't have to do that.
I do think though, if it's a situation where a woman is in a debate with a man, the man's probably gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm gonna need you to not talk to my woman like that. I don't, probably regardless of the situation. I feel like,
Wait, hold on, say that one more time.
like if you was to get into it with a man and your man's obviously
Yeah,
there,
definitely do that for me. I'm saying if it was like me and another female.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, I don't even think a man would, well, I'll never say never, but it just seems like because of their nature, like they would never let their woman, I guess,
Be defenseless.
or not even, or just even let it get to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
as his because of his role as a man.
Yeah,
I don't think I would even want, like, if a man was trying to get into it with me and my man was right there.
He didn't.
I feel like
you
know
that's the problem.
like, you know, I can do it, but like,
no.
I need you to come on with this, because
I think it can be different. If it's like a certain family member.
yeah,
I can see a man pacing himself then.
that's a good point.
I'm not like immediately interjecting, but like I'm pacing myself like, okay, now that's enough.
Right.
Or like knowing how to maneuver in that situation.
Yeah, that's different, because those people are always going to be
Exactly,
around.
yeah.
But sometimes friendships that, you know, they end, so they.
Yeah, if a friend, you
Yeah.
have to get on my.
But that
right,
makes sense.
stop doing that. Right, exactly.
Because you want a peaceful marriage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I come to family events, I don't want the fact that we got into it at the last barbecue to affect going forward. So that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, y'all let us know down below. I mean, should a woman defend her man?
It needs to be a balance.
Is
Like,
it
what's
a
up?
balance?
What y'all doing?
At what point does it cross the line? Do you speak up for your man every time?
Are you mothering?
Men, do you want your woman to speak up for you every time? I mean, let us know.
What works?
And we will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe, baby. We almost at 100. So come on.
Get us there. Send us to your family members.
You feel me?
Let them get in on the girl talk.
Yes.
Yes. Put it all over your social media. Follow us on Instagram.
Do what you need to
All
do,
that
baby.
good stuff.
And we see y'all later. Bye.